Hi, I'm Grant Sabatier. I'm the creator of Millennial Money and the author of Financial Freedom. When I graduated from college, I bounced around 4 different jobs. I never found the right fit, and so at the age of 24, I was completely broke and had to actually move back home with my parents and kind of start over. And even though my parents wouldn't say that they were worried, I could just see it in their eyes, and that bothered me the most. And so I was like, why am I so stressed about money? Why are my parents still stressed about money? Is there another way? So once I'd set my goal to save $1 million, the first thing that I did is I built a skill set that I knew that I could monetize. And so then I just searched on my phone, Google mobile ads, and I saw what came up. The first thing was an article from eMarketer, but it projected that jobs running Google campaigns were projected to grow 300%. So I taught myself how to run Google campaigns. The first website I ever built was for $500 for a lawyer in Chicago, and then he actually ended up introducing me to an association of lawyers in Chicago, and I started meeting others, so I started building $5,000 websites. Within 3 months of building a $500 website, I sold my first $50,000 project. So I was off to the races. All of my money during my financial independence journey, literally I wouldn't keep more than $2,000 or $3,000 in my checking account. Everything was invested. Index funds, so Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, Amazon stock, and I had Facebook stock and a couple of others. And so I became financially independent shortly after becoming 30. I was completely burnt out even though I had all the money I needed, and I ended up having to, over a year and a half, kind of detox from all those years of working 100-hour weeks and traveling and all the crazy stuff that I did to my body, and completely change and transition out of that phase of my life in order to create some new space for kind of the new me to show up. So I personally, if I was just one person, myself, and I was in control of my entire life, I could live on less than $30,000 a year. You know, I'd live somewhere else in the United States on a nice piece of property with a piece of land. But the reality is I'm married and I have a wonderful partner who I love a lot, who wants to live a different type of lifestyle than I want to live in a different city. And so we're 2 people. And so we've been able to adjust our finances to accomplish that. I think it's important to note also that even though I plan to spend almost $125,000 this year, I don't plan to spend that amount of money for the rest of my life. You know, I set myself up for the next couple of years, and then I pivot. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to go, and I don't let myself get stressed out too far ahead. I just, appropriately hedge for a level that helps me sleep at night. And I think that's the thing about the FIRE movement is a lot of people, and I was like this way, I was so religious about my spreadsheets and about my numbers and everything coming in. Part of me growing as a person has been letting go of some of that, not over-optimizing, not tinkering with everything, spending my time focusing on other things.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I got some groceries.
Financial independence, the $1 million, chasing all this stuff, none of the freedom matters if you don't take advantage of it. Life is a beach and money is freedom. I was like,
Money's freedom is the one I remember saying to him the most, and I think it is freedom. There are people that I know that have to work really hard at my age, and that's something I chose not to do because I saw my family do it. My mother's 82, she still waits tables.
And so if you have 6 months of expenses saved, you have freedom in your life. If you have 2 years of expenses, you have freedom in your life. And for me, I was so blind that I just had to get to the goal. I didn't realize that so much of what I was craving I already had. And so that's why part of financial freedom, that's why I called it that, is this idea is that you already have so much more freedom than you realize. And you're going to be acquiring more of it as you make more money in your life. And so you don't have to get to this point that I'm at to live a rich life. You can do that now, today. Don't waste time.